YouTube, what's going on? Andrew Darling here. Guys, start of week 3 is here. Law school, second semester, 1L year. Last semester, if you guys remember, the end of week 3 is when I kind of started to feel the effects, if you will, of law school. So what I'm doing so far to kind of combat that is actually doing all the readings, not trying to get overwhelmed, trying to work ahead a little bit as much as possible where I can. One thing I've avoided that I need to get back on is I think I've only worked out once in these 3 weeks. I worked out one time the first week. So I'm definitely going to do my best to get back to the gym at least once a week. I was going about 1.5 times a week usually. So most weeks I'd go twice, some weeks I'd go once. But I really want to get back on that. That's something that just for me mentally, I think helps me out, helps me be a little more stable, helps me be a little more friendly. And of course, it's just good for me. So I'm going to focus a little bit more on that as we go forward. So what does my Tuesday look like? Well, here it is, 7 o'clock in the morning. I'm already at school, which is an hour and a half from where I live. And I have class from 9 to 11, which is a 2-hour class. Then I have an hour break. I have a class from noon to 1:30. Then another hour break. And then I have class from 2:30 to 4:30. Then I have 30 minutes to get down the street to the awesome place. It's called Faith, Hope, Love. It's where I do a mentorship with a little buddy of mine. He's 9 now. He's pretty awesome. I've talked about him a little bit. I'm not going to use his name just for privacy for him, but him and his family are pretty awesome. So I enjoy spending a little bit of time with him. And then once that's over from 5 to 6, I pretty much head home, which 6 o'clock traffic still sucks. So it takes me a little while to get back down to Columbia, but that's my Tuesday. Tuesdays are long days, but Tuesday through Fridays are long days. So as we get into here to the start of week 3, what classes am I taking this semester? I don't really think I focused on that too much. So I'm taking LP2, which is like legal writing 2. And this morning I'm taking something called Research Edge, which is a 2-hour block. It really focuses on how to research in Lexis and Westlaw and what other sources you can use to research. And also later today I'll have property, which is, I thought I knew what property was. Apparently I'm wrong. But and then on my other days, which are basically Wednesday and Fridays, I have contracts, which is just a phenomenally interesting class. Contracts is one of the things that you know your whole life what they mean, and then you get to law school and they don't mean that. So relearning terms that you thought you've known for years is something I really didn't anticipate as much as what has happened with law school. And then my other class is crim law, which I think is fascinating. Whether or not it's because a lot of my friends that I grew up with are not always outstanding citizens in life, but no, some of it is just fascinating. The way that stuff requires an act, and then the mental side of things. So actus reus and mens rea, and it's a pretty cool thing. So obviously it's not cool that anybody's ever charged with a crime or that anybody ever commits a crime, we'll say. But some of the thought processes and just the dissection of words and what they mean is fascinating to me. So I'm gonna go ahead and kick week 3's butt. I got a little bit of reading to do this morning. A couple notes, case outlines, case briefs, which I've actually been doing a really good job of outlining cases and making sure I understand what they actually mean before I even get to class. So that's a huge thing for me. Like I said, property's been an interesting challenge, just possessory interest so far and adverse possession, and there's just a lot to it it's cool, but it's a difficult concept to wrap your head around and just when to apply it to certain situations. So if you got this far, guys, thank you. Like and subscribe. So I more than doubled my view count last month. So I went from right around 1,000 views to 2,200, I think, as a channel. And I actually grew more subscribers on my law school channel than I did my tech channel, which has almost 2,200 subscribers. So a lot of that has to do with just volume of the content I've been putting out. I've been putting out more stuff for the law school channel than I have for the tech channel. But I'm gonna try and set aside 30, 45 minutes, an hour a week to devote a little bit of time to the tech channel. So guys, thank you again so much. This is my law school journey. If you guys have any questions, please let me know. If I can help in any way with swaying you one way or another, or at least just give you the information so you can make an educated decision on your part, whether law school works for you, whether it's even worth the time and the money investment. Because while the money investment is something real that you can touch and you can see and you got to pay back and pay interest on, the time commitment is something that I don't think we really clearly express to a satisfactory level of what it's going to take to be good in law school and the amount of time and effort that you have to put in to be successful. So, like I said, if you have questions, comments, let me know. Like and subscribe, preferably subscribe. Fastest way to get a hold of me is probably on Twitter, at Mr. Darling4. So that's MR Darling4. Pretty easy to get a hold of me. My email's listed somewhere, probably in the About Me section. It's pretty easy to find. Instagram's the same thing. Snapchat's the same thing. I don't really use Snapchat, but it is what it is, right? Technology. So thank you guys again. And that's probably like the third or fourth time I've thanked you. But thank you. It really does mean a lot that you guys are even taking a couple moments of your life to see what's going on in mine. So again, I'm going to go kick week 3's butt. And around week 4 or whatever midterms are, I think they're in week 5 or 6. I'll definitely give you guys an update, and I'll post my grades for those once I get them back. So thank you so much. Week 3. Here we go. Talk to you in the next one.